True night here, guys. I told you I was only going to record another video before the 1st of July. It's currently the 30th at about 10 p.m. my time. And I was only going to record another video before July if something crazy happened. Went out to dinner with the kiddos and the wife after my son's karate class today. And we were eating and my son tells the waitress, my dad has a video game store and he buys video games. And she goes, oh, no way. And I said, yeah, I do eBay. And she goes, I got games to sell actually. I'm going to be doing a garage sale this weekend, but I got some games. And I said, oh, no way. And she goes, yeah, I live just down the street. If you want to come on over, my shift is actually up. You guys are more than welcome to come. So we followed her over, me, my wife, and my kids. Let me preference this with I paid $50 because that's what she asked for. She goes, I'm asking for $50 for everything. It's been in her basement. I'm going to test it all, clean it. Holy shit. And shout outs to GameStop. They gave me a call. I forgot that I had pre-ordered Star Fox, so I went and picked it up. Here's a whole bunch of stuff that I got to list tomorrow. It's a Duluth hat, gloves, keyboards for iPads and such. I got a lot of work to do, and I still got to list all these games that I picked up at the garage sale. This doesn't even, I told you guys before, I picked up a tote of 368 games, and I'm doing it about 50 at a time. And now is this. So this was the first part of her collection. We got Fable, Silent Hill 2, Tony Hawk Underground 2, and Baldur's Gate. And she told me that she used to rent these games from Blockbuster back in the day and just never returned them. But CIB. This already right here, I'm pretty sure is like $65. So that pays for everything. Then she told me she has a PlayStation. And she sure did. I got to clean it, test it. It's got Tomb Raider 2 in it. But, oh here, this is my portions by the way. I just got done working out and we went to pho tonight. And how do you have pho after you do a surgery? Well, little buddy, you get the kid-sized bowl, no noodles, with a couple pieces of chicken and bean sprouts. And that's pho the rest of your life. So sad, which is because my favorite food in the whole world is pho. But let's look what's in this thing. It's kind of crazy, guys. So we got Last Revelation, Chronicles, we got Spyro, yes. Oh, I don't know if I have Spyro. Uh-oh. Contender, Sydney 2020, Qbert, Cool Borders, the original Silent Hill. Oh, a little Rival Schools game. Looks pretty minty. Do I have anything else with it? Tenchu. And I got both Rival Schools. So I got disc 1 and disc 2. That's crazy. Bust a Groove. Game Day 2001. Metal Gear Solid VR missions. Oh, there's Spyro. Cool. Tony Hawk. Pizza. Super Puzzle Fighter Turbo. Cool Borders 4, Ready to Rumble. Intelligence Cube. Army Men. Esgear. Duke Nukem. And Bust a Move 4. Pretty safe to say we made our money back. It's all crazy, man. Anyway, I gotta get to listing tonight so I can start making money on this for garage sales this weekend for July. So, didn't think anything crazy would happen, but it's the power of the ask. Alright, peace. Back to you, Shrew. Hey guys, True Knight here. So, what a crazy find that was, huh? All those PS1 games. And old titles and all that stuff. But as you guys can see in the thumbnail, I had even more crazy finds. And even more crazy finds, as you can see right here. And in the grocery bag right there that I'm pointing to. So July 4th, I woke up, and I usually wake up on Saturday mornings about 5 a.m. to search garage sales. And just see what's going on for the day, kind of get bearings of if there's community sale or anything of that nature. And this dude out of nowhere posted on Facebook Marketplace, I'm having a collector sale because I'm moving. He put, I'm not putting any signs because I don't want like people to come that are going to offer me $1 for my stuff. I want people who will give me reasonable offers, so I'm posting it on here for collectors to come and take a look. So I rushed over at his sale opened at 8, but I got there at about 7:40 just to be there early because I figured there might be a line because it was a pretty wealthy neighborhood. A lot of like the Avalanche players, Rockies, Nuggets, even Bronco players live in that area. So I figured, okay, this is going to be an upper sale. So I jumped to the ATM. Not gonna lie, I took out $1,500 because I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna run into. And rushed over. And the dude was setting up, and I just said, good morning. I know I'm here early, but if you need a hand with anything, let me know. I'm more than willing to help you carry stuff out, because he was by himself. And he said, oh, you're here for the sale. And I was like, yeah, I saw your post, and I'm interested in the video games because I'm a gamer guy. And he goes, okay, cool. So he took me to the basement, and you never know what you're gonna find in the basement. And that's where I found that box of Game Boy stuff, and I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be pretty expensive. The dude asked me for $20 for all of it. Said I just want to be rid of it, get it off my hands. I couldn't do that, so I offered him $100, and he just said, I'll meet you halfway and let's just do $50. So I gave him $50. He gave me all that. He then actually, which is funny, called me last night because I gave him my information, and he said, hey, I'm leaving next week, but I have found another PS3 and a whole stack of PS4 and PS3 games. Do you want it for $20? So I rushed over there and got it, and when I got there, he had pulled out a whole collection of like Street Fighter action figures, amiibos, and old Ninja Turtle toys, and that's what's in the bag right there. And I bought that for another $20. So I'm guessing I'm gonna list all of that for all the toys and the PlayStation and games for probably about $500, maybe $600. and after I bought that Game Boy collection, I listed all that for about $1,700. So blessings, you know, you pay less than $100 and you have $2,200 in profit potentially after fees and everything, probably about 17, which is amazing. So overall, it was a great weekend. Went to the flea market because I've been wanting to check it out in my area. Flea markets are no joke. I thought I wasn't going to find any video games because I figured it was going to be just garage sale stuff. Found a ton of video games. I got there pretty late in the day. I got there around noon just because I had been waiting on my wife and her mother-in-law, or her mother, all day, and it took them until noon to get ready and do everything. Me preferably, I'm probably going to go back there this weekend, and I'm going to be there at about 7. Because the main station holders at the flea market told me get here early because the people who rent out spaces are usually here about 8 a.m. and that's when you're going to find the best deals early in the morning. So probably going to be there about 7 this Saturday to try it out. I found a bunch of games where guys were doing 5 for $20, things of that nature. So I picked up a few of those. And then I picked up a few toys for the kiddos, like some Mario and Luigi toys. And of course, I think if you guys go to the flea market, I know it's not really something that should be said, but it's going to be said. Sanitize and clean anything you buy, just because you never know. So of course I sanitized it in a bath and cleaned all of it and everything like that for the kiddos. But now they got a whole bunch of new Mario toys that I got them for. I got 10 of them for $5. And I got some video games. I bought Nintendo Wii remotes, and I bought the entire series of Game of Thrones on Blu-ray. I bought that for $20 and listed it for 60. So that was pretty cool. Then I wanted to talk about numbers for the first week of July. So I told you guys at the end of my last video and beginning of this video, I think. No, end of last video, sorry. We are in what's called the dog days of summer. It's July, it's hot, people are outdoors, people aren't really cooped up playing video games. Well, the gamers are, but most folks, your general population of people who buy from you aren't. So this is a time for me that I've learned to stock up on inventory, which is what I'm doing, trying to buy a lot more quantity, especially with PlayStation being the douchebags that they are, by saying that they're going to no longer be doing discs as of 2028. I'm swooping it all up. Just because they're going to be crooks like that and take away from people, so you're still going to have collectors. I don't think that this is going to run my kind of business out of the water or anything. I think if anything, it's going to make it more expensive, which sucks for a lot of people. But at the same time, it is what it is. You know, we got people in power and people in leadership that politically want to advance it this way, and they want to do away with a lot of materials and stuff like that. So a lot of companies like this are going digital. It's stupid. I don't agree with it. I think it's dumb, and I think PlayStation, I'll never be sponsored by them, of course, but PlayStation, I think you guys are dogs, and I think you guys are trash for doing that. So I appreciate the games, but I think that taking away from people who love to collect like discs and stuff like that, that's garbage. Because I mean, the whole thing that people have been saying is, oh, so that means they're going to charge less for games, right? No, they're going to charge more because they're crooks, they're henchmen, so that's what they do. But that's just my opinion on it. Anyway, so first week of July, I told you guys for the month of July that I went from, my expectations in June were $300 a day before putting in shipping and all that stuff, and which equated to $2,100 a week, which equated to a goal of $8,400 for the month, and I came in just over that last month. I came in at like 87 or something like that. But this month, what I decided to do was I lowered my expectations by doing a goal of $200 a day, but I'm going to take shipping and fees out of the equation. So here's as follows for week 1. July 1st, I did 226. July 2nd, I did 309. July 3rd, I did 439. July 4th, I did 120. July 5th, I did 395. July 6th, I did 281. And July 7th, I did 371. So my goal was 1,400 this first week, and I did 1,841. So not too bad. I had the one dip off on July 4th, which I think a lot of folks did probably, or there's a lot of folks that also went ham, I heard. But I've also been extending my plethora of inventory. I've been diving into shoes, clothing, baseball gloves, things of that nature. I've bought 7 baseball gloves and I've already sold 5 of them. Bought all 7 of them for a total of $30, and the 5 I've sold already for $200. So I'm gonna keep going with baseball gloves for the summer. Probably in the winter time you'll see me, if I ever do the whole GoPro thing and show you what I'm buying, you'll probably see me pick up baseball gloves throughout the winter. Just because it's good money, you know. Clothing, it's gonna rely on like Polo, Lululemon, Armani, Ralph Lauren, things of that nature. I'm not really gonna be the guy that goes and buys a ton of Levi jeans and just hopes that they sell over a year. I want to move stuff faster, which brings me to another thing that I'm doing for the month of July, because I want to get this stuff gone, because I've gotten to a point where I've listed over 1,000 items so far. I've had just under 800 orders, and I'm doing pretty well statistically, and I'm getting the hang of this so much so that I feel like I'm ready to clear out the inventory that I've been sitting on and do better as far as deal making and picking up things for better prices so I can move it quicker. So what I did as of yesterday is I posted a little sale on my store and I marked everything up to 25% off. So I know you guys will say, true, that's a lot money off. Yes, but I want to move the inventory. I've already had 7 orders in the past since I did this yesterday morning. Before that, I had 6 orders throughout the weekend. So in one day, I beat out the orders I had in one weekend. So I'm not too upset about that. And I'm probably going to keep this 25% off sale, like I said, all through July, because I just want to get this stuff gone so I can pick up new stuff. I'm getting better at deal making, and I'm getting better at realizing the worth in things. So I want to pick up things cheaper to be able to move for more. And I want to get more quality items. Like, I have a whole bunch of video games and stuff like that, but a lot of my video games are priced between like $12 and $19. So I want to go out and find games that are worth like 15 to 40 range. I'm gonna probably start picking up more game systems now because they do sell pretty good. And I'm gonna start looking into things like baseball gloves and more expensive clothing. Wherever I find it at garage sales, because like I stumbled upon a Ralph Lauren shirt, bought it for $25, and I sold it for $80. Like, that's crazy, you know. So I'm gonna be looking to do that throughout the rest of summer. I'm possibly gonna be moving my office to to the garage. So I know it's kind of crazy. A lot of people say, like, why would you ever move your office in your house to the garage? Well, first of all, there's more space in the garage. We use it to work out in, so it has a good comfy flooring already that I put mat floors in it. The traffic's not too bad. It's mainly me who works out in there, even my kids. They'll probably play in it more if I'm working in there anyway, so they can play around. And this office room is like really hot. Really hot. Yesterday I did a measurement. I turned off the air conditioning for an hour just to try and test it. This room got up to 86 degrees. Like, even right now with the air conditioning on, I think I'm sitting at like a 78 or something like that. And the garage, funny enough, downstairs is sitting at 10 degrees cooler. So now in the wintertime, does that mean it's going to be super cold? Probably. But I can put on a hoodie and sweatpants. I don't got a problem with that. So, yeah, I'm going to start clearing out space in the garage. I'm going to move all my office stuff down there, set it up differently. I think it's just better overall. It'll open up this room because my younger son, who's only a year old right now, he doesn't sleep alone, but we could also open this up for a guest bedroom for if my nephews or nieces spend the night or something like that. There's a bedroom here. We could also make it a playroom for the kids, for toys. We can do so much more with it than just leaving it as my office. So, yeah. And on top of that, it's easier because the staircase is 20 stairs here at the townhome, and so it's much easier to just come and go if I'm in the garage, you know. But yeah, overall, I'm having a good time with eBay again. I'm getting back into it. June was rough, even though I made pretty good out on June. It felt rough because it was that first month of summer. Now that I've become more acclimated to summer, because trust me, it's so easy on a hot sunny day to just be lazy and just want to rest and not go looking for video games, go searching for it. Now that I've become more acclimated to it, I'm like picking back on search algorithms and trying to find more things and do all that. So hoping for July. I'm hoping that this is actually my lowest week of the month, and even though I've set the goal to 200 a day, I really would love to get to 2,000 a week. Would be really cool. And I think I'm going to do that by making better deals at garage sales and the flea market and things like that. So now videos have not been doing well with views. Like a lot of them are just in single digits, so not a lot of traffic coming through and everything. I'm still making this because if the store does blow up and goes crazy and everything like that, I want to have it kind of recorded, like, hey, here, this is where I came from, you know. So I'm gonna keep doing this. It's fun for me to do. It's a good way for me to just chill out some nights and edit videos and do all that stuff. But yeah, overall I'm having a good experience with it still so far. eBay's working out for me. Like, this eBay's actually got my back. I realized in a couple of things. Like, I've had a guy come in here who, it's crazy, he ordered an item the beginning of June, like June 2nd. It delivered to him June 5th, and he just yesterday on the 7th of July messaged me saying, I want my money back, the item never came, but it shows delivered to the address that he put on the label. So I called eBay and I just said, hey, this guy's calling me a month later saying he never received it and he's demanding his money back, but it shows that it delivered in person. And it was just Fable 1 and 2 for Xbox. So I was just like, are they gonna make me just bite the bullet and refund them? But they said, nope, you're in the clear. It shows it delivered. That's on him. He's gonna need to reach out to us. So I messaged him and I said, hey, I just spoke to eBay. They told me that this is not something that I'm in control of or I can refund, that this is something you need to contact them about because it does show it delivered to the address you provided. And he got pretty mad. He was just like, no, that's phony. I'm not going to waste my time and call them. You just need to refund me my money now or I'm calling my bank, yada, yada, yada. And I just said, this is what eBay told me and that's your answer. So I guess he did reach out to eBay because he messaged me again and just said, I spoke to them and I think you're a crook, is what he called me. And I was just like, all I did was print the label that the address you provided and deliver it. I don't know how I'm a crook, but okay. So I don't know if he's trying to scam people. I don't know if like something truly may have happened. If something truly happened and you're watching this, man, sorry, but seems kind of fishy to me. Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy to go and waste my time and try and screw somebody over like on a $12 order. Like, it's not who I am. And yeah, I printed out the label right away with the address that person provided, shipped it out, shows it delivered. And per eBay, they said, nope, you're in the clear, you did everything correct, this is on the buyer. So whatever happens from here, I guess happens from here. But yeah, hopefully this week will go pretty well. Hopefully we'll have a lot of sales, especially with the discount on all the items. I'm really hoping that a lot of stuff just ships out so that I can make space and it'll make it easier to transition all my office stuff downstairs if I have a lot less inventory. And yeah, it'll be cool. I did pick up Tears of the Kingdom in a deal, so it was like I know it goes for like 40, but I picked it up for 15 bucks, so I just decided to keep it because those are the Switch games that I mainly like, is the Final Fantasy VII collection and Zelda. So I will be picking up Ocarina of Time. It's one of my favorite games of all time, so I can't wait to play that when it comes out this year, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, guys, you'll keep on seeing me do that stuff. In my next video, I might talk about a little bit something off topic, which is kind of weird, but we'll talk about it. We'll see. But yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys. I hope all is well with you and your week. If you guys are doing this, it's a grind. You guys all know it is. Even if it's a part-time job, it's still a full-time job. So just keep working at it. I know summer is rough. Summer is very rough, but you just gotta keep grinding. You know, like, I feel like I'm gonna be a much more manufactured machine for the winter. That's gonna be a whole challenge in itself because I gotta buy inventory to be able to do it. But if you guys can see here, I have 75 items that I have not even posted yet because I'm trying to just keep ahead of schedule there. So currently sitting at just over $600 in my account on eBay. I'm trying to keep it at where I always have $500 ready to go for any kind of collection or anything like that, and then the rest of it, here's the way I have it set up, is that the first few months I kept myself $200 in the account at all times on eBay. That was for if anybody ever said, I have this for sale, do you want to come get it? I had 200 bucks to go and do it. I've built it up to 500 now. By the end of summer, my goal is to have it up to 700. By the end of the year is to have $1,000 in the account at all times. So, see if I can keep on going on. So, but anytime I get above that 500 threshold, I go in. That's what I pay myself. So, yesterday I got up to 790. So I took out 290 and paid myself 290 bucks. Felt pretty good. So, I think that's kind of how I like to do it right now, just because I'm a smaller business guy, but we'll see what happens when business gets bigger, hopefully. So anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Be kind, be respectful. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yes, let's go. Come on. Level head, heavy metal, lead foot up on the pedal.